Hi, this is Julian Ickham, and this is Reverend Father PhD Dumitru Ickham. This is Behind the Wire. Happy New Year's, everyone. This is 2020, and this is a year of hope. 2020,
2022,
2022.
but 2020 is
When it all.
the best year for eyes. When you say 2020, you
Yeah,
have
2020 vision.
the,
Yes,
the
yes,
perfect
yes.
vision of the world. And we
Yes.
put 2 more years.
Yeah. And then we can turn that vision into a reality. So 2022 is going to be the year of the boomerang.
What?
The year of the boomerang.
Oh, yeah. Australia. What happened in Australia? That's matter. We're talking about boomerang, right?
Yes.
That is, for those who doesn't know, is a weapon
Yes.
for hunting, and you throw it
Mm-hmm.
and get the target, and then comes back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you must be careful. What you throw can hurt you. So
Exactly.
um,
So the first time this term was used by Franz Fanon. He said that the exploitation of Africa will come back and bite us in the ass. He said this that like he predicted 1968 would be the year of the boomerang, and it was. You had all these countries declaring independence. Now, in the last little bit, we've been going through a lot, and it's very easy to get depressed at a time like this, but people aren't stupid. For example, if you want to tell us a little bit about Romania.
oh yeah, the people from outside, they came to exploit everything, our forests, and all the minerals, and all the wealth. And we take a case like Russia, Montana, and
Mhm.
we had some Canadians.
We had native Canadians standing with us
Yeah,
at Russia,
and it was
Montana.
Julian, the hunter,
I was one of the people
and
involved,
me.
and he was
And,
one of the people
and
involved.
beside us were our friends, the Indians, the natives, uh,
The indigenous people,
indigenous people, who have the same history like Dacians. And
other
we came
indigenous people.
together to the city hall, and we protesting with the Romanian flag. And
And
people said, "Wait, there is no hope. What we are doing? No, everything is hope. Time is hope. Light is hope. We have the right for the hope. We have the right to live. We have the right to speak out, as Constitution said,
yes.
freedom of opinion."
Hmm. See, as long as you're alive, you have hope. I learned that from a friend of mine who was in jail when I was in Ireland. I got arrested. I was strip searched. I refused the strip search. I wasn't treated very well as a result of that. And a lot of Irish prisoners are going through a lot more of that. There's one Irish prisoner, J.P. Wooten. He's been in jail for 17. Since he was 17, he's like, I don't know his age right now, but he's like 27. He's been in for like 10, 12 years for a crime he didn't commit. And I just read a letter today. He's still hopeful. He wrote a letter. And the idea is, as long as you're alive, you have hope. You have hope that you will be free and that sort of thing. Going back to Rocha Montana.
Yeah, in that time we didn't have too much hope, or we have too much hope. And we protesting there with Romanian flag, and it was a cause of the
But it wasn't
planet.
just here. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
cause of the
yeah,
planet. The
yeah.
people in Ireland, uh, all sorts of people in Ireland, from RNU to RSF to the 32 County Sovereignty Movement. they joined in the protests. We had people in Italy protest. We had people in Greece
Yeah.
protest for
The,
Russia Montana, and we forced Gabriel Mining, one of the biggest corporations, which is once again in Romania, destroying the
uh,
trees and
and
destroying the forest. And we
uh,
beat them once.
yeah, and the second day it was the national newspaper Global Mail,
Yes.
and it was big article
Hmm.
about Russia Montana, who was sold to the Canadians for 20 years. So for 20 years. So I went to my Facebook and I said, look, no TV in Romania, no mass media, nobody said one word what happened. And I was expecting the people from Romania, to come and to participate. And
But people
uh,
eventually did when they saw there was support. The Hajduk came out. People might not
yeah,
know this, but there's a tradition in Romania of these people called Hajduk. They're farmers, and there used to be your boyar, which would be similar to kulaks. I don't like to use that
so
word.
landlords
Yeah, landlords. And the Hajduk would go and would carry out acts of sabotage and give food to the people.
take him from the rich and give to the people.
Exactly. During Russia Montana, the Haiduks were very, very active, and people were chaining themselves to fences. And like Russia Montana isn't just some like regular place. Tell us a little bit about Russia Montana.
Yeah, it was a beautiful place with
It
landscapes and
is a beautiful
uh,
place because we fought for it.
yeah, and they started destroy, to take from the top and
Fracking,
fracking, and with that
cyanide,
cyanide, and
pouring it in the river.
pouring. It was on Somes River, a Romanian river, and this made an accident
Mhm.
and spilled all over in the river, and drinking water and polluting and so on. And it was beyond any imagination what they were doing.
The interesting thing,
The
though,
greedy,
is the same
the greedy
people.
for going for gold,
Yeah,
they didn't care that there are over there metals more precious than the gold, like
yeah,
titanium,
yeah.
wolfram, and
Mhm.
many other metals, and they destroy everything. They didn't care of
They
the country.
destroyed monasteries that were hundreds of thousands of years old. We're talking monasteries that are older than the Catholic Church, which was when was the Catholic Church founded? When was the schism in the 1100s?
Yeah,
And how long were the Dacians Christians for?
yeah. The Dacians was a kind of they have a
The Dacians were the
kind of
indigenous people of
pre-Christian
Romania.
in one way, because they have the belief in immortality, belief in the soul, and they have a very uh, moral things like uh,
Anyways, the point being, Dacians built monasteries that are older than like Roman Catholic monasteries, and they didn't care about this. There are a lot of books there that can never be replaced, and Gabrielle Mining never cared about this. People starved to death because they couldn't get the fish and they didn't care about this. People were poisoned. Well, the people of Romania did care. The people of Romania and the people of the world united. 2020 is a year we need unity. Now, when I'm talking about unity, I'm not talking about you must believe A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or else you're purged. I'm talking about a federation of people who are saying enough is enough. People have a right to control their own destiny. We have basic rights by virtue of being human. And since we defeated Gabrielle Mining once, we can defeat them again. Now, this is interesting. We're trying to publish some books in Romania right now, and we found out there's no
No
paper in
paper. They don't have paper to publish.
books, but
Yeah.
they have enough paper to publish all their
And you
propagandas
know what
and all their
that
propagandas on their
yeah,
nice
excuse
like.
me, that happened from Ireland
Mhm.
to Romania. They don't have a paper. What do you think is the cause?
I
No
think the
paper.
reality of the situation is there's paper, especially in Romania. I think the situation in Romania is a situation of censorship. People in Ireland already know all about censorship. How many political prisoners are there? Well, there's going to start being political prisoners in Romania. Now, if we remember last time we talked about the Irish man who should start his own IRA. Clearly, he's Superman, and he himself can liberate the world if he can get into such a building that, like, scale like walls and break
Sensors
bulletproof
and
glass and all
uh,
of that. He should start his own organization and just take over the world.
like
But
one of that window is bulletproof. You can go machine gun, and
well,
what we
tell me
need
where to
there
find
is
him. I'll join him.
it,
Seriously though, the reality of the
we
situation
think two guys like this. You don't need an army.
reality of the situation is one of the first things all the media said was Shoshwaka, who is a person who is standing up to the government, who is also a senator, so they can't really do anything. There have been assassination attempts on her,
3 times.
3 assassination attempts, and they've threatened to arrest her son with drugs. And then she's like, I'm a lawyer. I know my law. If you
For
mess with my son,
25 years, I practice this, and she's a very smart girl. And
she's like, go after my son, see what happens.
yeah,
It's a Romanian sort of thing. It's like what my mom would do when they'd throw me in jail. She'd be like, Chezi mama tiempo?
mm,
Muchachas. You muchachas. I
uh,
fought against fascists. I fought against
mu-
dictatorship.
mu-
Muchacha.
muchoshilor,
Muchoshilor.
muchoshilor.
You Muchoshilor. Oh, well, we can't release your son. Why? Because my son is still black and blue. Muchoshilor. Release my son right now. The reality of the situation, though, is what we need is unity. We need unity on the broadest basic
And hope,
ideals.
hope,
You
hope, hope, hope.
hope and unity, and we will fight and we will win. From Bucharest to Belfast, we will be free. Thank you very much.